Earthquakes occur due to the movement of tectonic plates beneath the Earth's surface. The Earth's crust is divided into several large and small pieces known as tectonic plates. These plates are constantly in motion, albeit very slowly, due to the convective currents in the semi-fluid layer beneath them. When these tectonic plates interact, they can move in different ways. At convergent boundaries, two plates move towards each other. One plate may be forced beneath the other in a process called subduction. The intense pressure and friction generated as the plates interact can lead to earthquakes. Subduction zones are known for producing some of the most powerful earthquakes. At divergent boundaries, two plates move away from each other, creating gaps. As magma rises from the mantle to fill these gaps and solidifies, it forms new crust. The movement of this magma and the stretching of the crust can trigger earthquakes. At transform boundaries, two plates slide past each other horizontally. The friction between the plates can cause them to become stuck. When the built-up stress is released, it leads to rapid movement, resulting in an earthquake. The point beneath the Earth's surface where an earthquake originates is called the focus or hypocenter. The point directly above the focus on the Earth's surface is called the epicenter. Earthquakes release energy in the form of seismic waves, which travel through the Earth. These waves are what we feel as the shaking during an earthquake. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured using the Richter scale or the moment magnitude scale, and it indicates the energy released by the earthquake. While tectonic activity is the primary cause of earthquakes, other factors such as volcanic activity, human activities like mining or reservoir-induced seismicity, and even meteor impacts can also trigger earthquakes, though they are relatively less common. Certainly, let's delve deeper into the causes and effects of earthquakes. The most significant cause of earthquakes is the movement of tectonic plates. As these massive plates shift, collide, or separate, stress builds up along their edges. When the stress exceeds the strength of the rocks, it is released in the form of seismic waves, causing an earthquake. Earthquakes can occur in volcanic regions due to the movement of magma beneath the Earth's surface. As magma rises and moves, it can create pressure and fractures in the surrounding rock, leading to volcanic earthquakes. Certain human activities, such as mining, reservoir-induced seismicity, and hydraulic fracturing, can induce stress changes in the Earth's crust and trigger earthquakes, known as induced seismicity. The most immediate and noticeable effect of an earthquake is the ground shaking. Depending on factors like the earthquake's magnitude, depth, and proximity to the surface, the shaking can range from mild to violent, causing buildings, roads, and infrastructure to sway and potentially collapse. In some cases, earthquakes can cause the ground to crack and rupture along fault lines. This can displace the Earth's surface and create visible deformations in the landscape. Underwater earthquakes, especially those occurring along subduction zones, can generate tsunamis. These massive sea waves can travel across entire ocean basins, inundating coastal areas with devastating flooding. Intense shaking from earthquakes can trigger landslides on unstable slopes. These landslides can bury communities and infrastructure under tons of debris. Following a major earthquake, smaller tremors called aftershocks can occur. These aftershocks can continue for days, weeks, or even months after the main quake, causing additional damage to already weakened structures. Earthquakes can trigger secondary effects like liquefaction, ground subsidence, and even the release of hazardous materials from industrial sites. Earthquakes can lead to loss of life, injuries, displacement of populations, and disruption of essential services such as water, electricity, and communication. The recovery and rebuilding process can take years and involve significant resources. Understanding the causes and effects of earthquakes is crucial for preparedness and mitigation efforts. By studying seismic activity and implementing building codes and safety measures, societies can reduce the risks associated with earthquakes and minimize their impact on communities and infrastructure.